What's up, guys? We got Friday Night SmackDown headed to you from Berlin. Then we jump into back-to-back pay-per-views, and then with the bookend ending in Denver with our Monday Night Raw. A lot to talk about.
And that's the bottom line, because the hot tag said so.
From the network that brought you the Dro Bro Show and Remo's interviews, brings you the brand new Hot Tag with Grimex and Mr. Vicious. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Vicious, Remo Vinci, and we are back with another episode of the Hot Tag. And I'm here with my homeboy, the main man. What's up, my brother Grim? How you doing?
Tagging in, guys. How's it going? It was a great weekend. Unfortunately, this episode's going to be not as detail oriented as it was the last time because unfortunately I wasn't going to make it to the Raw or what was it this weekend? No Mercy.
No mercy.
So we went on a camping trip to Steamboat Springs, so I honestly didn't get to watch this stuff as it was happening like I normally do. I had to go back and watch highlights because in the mountains there was no service, so we'll take it from SmackDown.
All right, well, hold on. I too was doing a little traveling this weekend, so I didn't get to watch a whole lot of everything. But I did get to see some of the NXT show and some of the Bash in Berlin. I got to see a little bit of each of those, so I have some stuff to say. But yeah, I missed a lot of it too. Didn't get to go to the Denver shows. Sucks, because there were some great Denver shows. Damn it.
Great stuff happened actually here in Denver.
Yep.
But
Next year we're going for sure. Drobro Suite. We're gonna do it.
so started off the way we're going to cover this is Friday and Saturday. WWE was in Berlin, Germany, okay, for SmackDown and Bash at Berlin. Then on Sunday night and Monday night, they were in Denver, Colorado, where our hometown is, and it was for No Mercy NXT's pay per view and Monday Night Raw. So we'll start with Germany, but I want to throw this out there real quick because I said I didn't know their name. Here it is. Shayna Baszler, freaking Sonya Deville, and Zoe Stark. They're known as the Power Fusion Collective or the PFC. That's what they're calling themselves. Okay.
Oh.
Just want put that out there because I couldn't remember their name on the last episode. That's what they are.
Well, thanks for letting us know, my brother.
I said in our last episode that this was actually part of the Bash of Berlin, and it was listed on the card, but I guess they decided to put this on SmackDown. Okay, still in Berlin, Germany. So the opening night was the open challenge, or the opening of SmackDown was the open challenge of LA Knight. He comes out and he hypes up the crowd, and Germany's all with it. They're all, yeah, with LA Knight, and just like I called it, Ludwig Kaiser responds to the open challenge, comes out, obviously his hometown. Good match. I mean, he gets better and better with every match. Ludwig Kaiser, I'm talking about. The crowd cheered both, and probably one of the first times you're ever going to hear the crowd cheering for Ludwig in the way that they were. But to say the least, LA Knight hits the BFT, and he gets the win, retains his U.S. title. Okay. So I miscalled that, but it was listed on the card, but somehow it ended up being the opening of SmackDown. Okay. So, anyways, next match was Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. Remember I mentioned this.
I don't know. We don't really need to go through the card of the SmackDowns and Raws. I don't think. Maybe we should just get into the Berlins because we have a real short time frame for our show today as it is. But I do think that it was important that we covered that one because we had that actually on our prediction show too that we did with Nate the Great, and we all picked LA Knight. So that's cool. That's cool that we got that clarification there.
Okay, we could skip over the other two. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, so for the honorable mentions, because I really didn't want to get into the NXT one, because the only things I watched on it was I watched Roxanne Perez versus Jada Parker. That was a fucking badass match. Yeah, nah, I like Roxanne Perez. I think she's a dope talent. She's the NXT Women's Champ right now. Has been for a minute. She won. Yeah, that was a dope match though. When she did that fucking flipping power bomb onto the barricade to Jada Parker, damn.
Bro, I honestly, I had left. I had left right after the match started. I had to go and do something, so I missed almost the whole match. I need to go back and watch it. But I saw the whole build up. I was ready for it, bro. And that Jada Parker, she's a bad, bad woman, bro. She is bad.
She's a beast, dude. For Roxanne to still get the win, dude, that's fucking, like I said,
Yep.
phenomenal. So,
Yep.
the other honorable mention I wanted to say is say his name and he'll appear. I believe in Joe Hendry. But unfortunately, this night it was all ego that overcame, and fucking so ego overcame the belief. And honestly,
I
what
have.
happened in this match is that fucking he DDT'd his ass on the fucking title, and I was like, oh fuck, he's fucked. And when he gets the cover, fucking Swerve Strickland slides in and he puts his fucking arm before the ref hits the 3 count. And
Not Swerve
fucking
Strickland, right? It's got to be somebody
Trick
else.
Williams.
Trick Williams, yeah.
And yeah, that's who it was. So yeah, it was Trick, and fucking Ethan gets pissed off and he stands up and he goes to punch fucking Trick, and Trick ducks and he hits the ref. So now Trick's the ref in the ring because he's wearing a fucking referee vest that's sick as hell. It's like a ref vest hoodie. So anyways,
That was pretty cool.
Joe Hendry recovers. He's about to fucking get the win. Ethan Page kicks him in the nuts. Fucking Trick doesn't see it, and Ethan nails that fucking razor's edge. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, Trick has to count. He didn't want to. Fucking sucks. Joe Hendry, dude, you couldn't do it in Denver, and I'm sorry, but we still believe in you.
That's only half of the hot tag, Joe, that believes in you. I'm not a believer. I'm stating that right here and now. But it was a cool ending to the show. It was a nice main event. But I also have a shout out I want to give to that NXT show because that match with the TNA champ Zachary Wentz, TNA X Division champ Zachary Wentz against Wes Lee was a badass match, bro. Those two dudes were tearing it down. You know what I mean? So want to give that one a shout out for sure too. A lot of good storytelling in that one also. But we're coming up on like our last 15 minutes right here, so let's get right on into the Bash in Berlin. Right off the bat, we started off with Cody and KO.
I know, and I put the opening with a question mark and exclamation point because I was kind of shocked that was the opening match. I was like, "What the hell? That wasn't what we had listed." But
right.
He didn't pull the trigger on freaking fucking up his leg, so I would have got into this in SmackDown. He calls it out, says that, you know what, you hurt your fucking leg on the tour, and I could tell for sure because you fucking didn't kneel in your entrance. So you know he's hurt. You could tell he's hurt in this match quickly. KO doesn't want to go for the knee, but then he ends up going for it outside. You almost think he's gonna fucking do the power bomb on the ring apron, which thought this is gonna be the heel moment, but he didn't do it, and that's what ended up costing him the match, is not going for it. And then Cody hits him with a few crossroads, which was multiples throughout the match, and he still retains. Kevin Owens holds up Cody's hand, and you thought he was going to do the heel turn multiple times in that segment, and he didn't. And so it's still the build up. I don't think they're going to do it with Cody though now at this point. So I was wrong on that.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens. I saw a couple little teasers during the match myself, and I thought for sure it would happen, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, because it keeps the door open for a lot of other things too, because once he turns, and there's no turning back. You know what I mean? So right now you can play cat and mouse for a little bit and get away with some cool shit. Okay, the next match. Did you see the entrances?
No.
So the entrances for this one were cool to me, bro. Like I like the way Jade and Bianca like have their thing together. You know what I'm saying? They each have their individual entrances, but the way they do their color schemes together and shit is just tight, bro.
I love that.
And the way Jade had like the silver with the green, how she was, like it was just tight, bro. And a big shout out to the crowd in Germany too. They were off the chain, bro, for the whole freaking show. Every clip I seen and everything that I watched live, they were off the chain. So, and Denver too. Denver was a good crowd.
Hell yeah. Dude, I like the outfits of the Unholy Union in this one, to be honest. I like the red and stuff because they've been wearing black a lot lately. I like this outfits that they were wearing. So anyways, This match was good, actually, surprisingly, because the only reason that the Unholy Union won the titles is because they're from Glasgow, Scotland. No other reason other than that. That's just the facts. So glad to see that, through a double team move, which is a code breaker, a combination of a code breaker suplex on Alba Fire, I believe it was, for the win. Glad to see Bianca and Jade to be the tag champs again. The green you mentioned, I think that's a shout out to her whole She-Hulk persona that she did. Love that. Um, yeah, sick as hell.
The storm is coming. This is starting the next little build up to what eventually we know. We all feel it coming is going to be the turn eventually, and it's going to be the two of them feuding. So this is just the next chapter of that evolution, and it's going to be cool, man. I like the long term storytelling. So they're doing good. They went over though, and they got the champ. They got the titles back, so they're the new champs. So we'll see what happens now. The next match was your boy.
So, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the strap match. This shit, dude, this was fucking badass. So sick. And CM Punk gets busted open, but I don't think this is fake blood. I think it's real blood from that glass cow kiss. I think he got a little too close on the headbutt and busted him open. So CM Punk's all bloodied out, just like in his AEW shit. When I saw him in his all out fucking entrance gear, I was just like, or not the entrance gear, but the ring gear. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Because he's wearing the all out from, the notorious all out with him in the Jack Perry incident. So I thought that was sick. He wore this outfit on this night. Fucking dope, dude. I like the lights on the turnbuckles. I like how when Drew was going and he was slapping him behind him. But dude, when he fucking hits him with the GTS in between every time he hits the fucking turnbuckle, it was sick as fuck. And then he gets the fucking bracelet, slaps the last one. I was like, dope. But that shit is continuing, man. And what I'm hoping for, because we didn't get into it, so I kind of want to touch on it real quick. Dude, Drew McIntyre beat the shit out of CM Punk on Monday.
In Denver, we missed
fucking
it.
eyes and shit, and took the bracelet, fucking broke it, stuck it in his mouth, fucking, did the
In Denver, we missed
did the
it.
Claymore kick twice. Once on the announce table, once in the ring. It was after he put the bracelet in his mouth. Then I'm hoping
In Denver, we missed it.
I know, and Bad Blood is the next PLE, I believe. I'm hoping for a Hell in the Cell match to usher in this new Netflix era with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre before we end this feud. You know what I mean? Because what better way than to have a fucking Hell in the Cell match, which we haven't seen in a while, at Bad Blood with the celebration of us getting out of this PG-13 era. Okay, I just had to put that out there.
I got you. I'm with it. I did see the match, or some of the match at least. It was pretty cool. I do like the lights in the corners, how they did that. It was neat. That spot, with him being on his back and hitting him after he hits him. That's an old school spot, bro. That's way back in the day, and it works every time. Like if it's done right, it works every time. You know what I mean? So with those two dudes, this type of a match, you have to really be able to suspend your disbelief a lot because there's a lot of things that could be silly, you know what I mean? But they seem to pull it off really well, bro, and it seemed to be a really good match. I love how all the storytelling's over a fucking bracelet and how it's been going. The ass whooping in Denver, I'm so sad we didn't get to go see. So fucking sad. But, next year, there's always next year, even though I said that shit last year. Well, we missed John Cena and The Rock show up at the same fucking time. Damn it. Anyways.
Yeah, we got two more matches.
Our next match is the Terror Twins over the Judgment Day. And I haven't even been getting into any of our picks yet, but right off the bat, we all picked Cody. So that was good. The next match was Jade and Bianca. So, you're the only one that picked Jade and Bianca. And then Punk over Drew. I'm the only one that picked Punk over Drew. And then here we are with the Terror Twins and the Judgment Day. So with that one, we all were wrong. We all picked Dom and Liv to go over.
I was shocked that they won, but I like how they did it. I see what they're doing. Obviously, what I can't think of it right now. Our legend, our personal legend, can't think of his name right now. Our last
Rey
guest.
Mysterio? What are you talking about?
Our
Rey
last
Mysterio?
guest. Our last guest.
Oh, you were talking about Nate the Great?
Yep, Nate the Great. I don't know why I can't think of his name for some reason. Sorry,
Oh.
Nate.
Sorry, Nate.
He was the only one that said that there would be some.
IW champ Nate the Great.
Yep.
My
He
bad.
said there would be the fuckery. Okay, and of course there was. But dude, Damien's a beast. That's what I put in my notes. He fucking clotheslined Dom on that table, remember? And he does that fucking backflip and shit, and the table don't break. You know, obviously, you know that he's a small guy, big guy, so that's that type of move, but still look cool. I feel like Damien in this match was more in Rhea's shadow. Rhea was the one that got most of the limelight, and the double Razor's Edge, sick as fuck, and the Terror Twins win. You know?
Yep. I saw bits and pieces of it, but I saw that spot and it looked cool as hell. It's a good visual. And the way Rhea does that pin on freaking on Liv, I can fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a cool ass pin. But yeah, it was a good match, bro. The fucking Judgment Day, you know, I feel like the storytelling there is also pretty cool, man, because it's taking you in all kinds of twists and turns. You know what I mean? And like, we can only tell what's gonna happen next. Because in Denver again, they had another ass whooping, and there was some cool shit that happened in Denver with them. I'm still not sold on Damian Priest. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't work for me still. But it's a good showing. Anyway, the Terror Twins over the Judgment Day, our main event, Bash in Berlin. And I see why it was the main event, because, man, did Gunther have the hometown crowd, even though everybody loved Randy too. They were all up on Randy, but it was Gunther over Randy. And
it was about 50-50 as far as I feel like the crowd was pretty split. But, I mean, I do get what you're saying. I was thinking the same thing. Like, of course, this had to be the main event. I mean, hometown hero. He's the heavyweight champion. How the hell can you not have this the main event? But I do feel like it started off a little bit slow, you know, and badass move when Orton fucking did the thing on the table from the backdrop from the stairs, and instead he celebrates, which he should have just thrown him in the ring, fucking punted him, RKO'd him, you know what I mean? Instead, that's what ended up costing him. Gunther fucking beat him with the sleeper, not a tap out. He passed him out, so now there's no more dispute about the shoulders or anything like that. I was actually shocked, but again, like I said before, if you want this prestige and you want Gunther to seem like this dude, you have to have him do shit like this, and you have to have him beat the people like the Viper in the way that he did for him to seem the beast that he's supposed to be.
There are some times in wrestling, bro, where the suspension of disbelief is a little bit more difficult for me than others. You know what I mean? And this is kind of one of them. Like, you see Randy and you see Gunther, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, Randy's a fucking monster, bud. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good match. But even during the match, like the whole time, bro, I kept feeling like Gunther was just like a little kid and Randy was a man. You know what I mean? And it was just like, it just wasn't working, bro. You know what I mean?
You can't deny the fact that when Gunther chops you, your kid's soul feels it.
But that's all he's got is the chops, dog. Like, don't get me wrong. I like some of the shit he does, but it's just not.
No, he's got the rear naked choke. You know, that's one of his things. Beat a few people that way. He does the single crab. He's
He
done
needs
the
more
fucking
like nastiness from William Regal. You know what I mean? Like,
dude,
he needs
does
more
the power bomb and shit. He does the power clothesline. What he reminds me of is a Bradshaw who does it better. Bradshaw had the size over Gunther, I feel, so it looked more impressive. But I feel like the way that Gunther wrestles, dude, jeez. I like that he brings the old school back.
I feel like he's too much in shape to be like a monster now. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't look like a monster. You know what I mean? When he was Walter, he looked like a monster because he was a big old motherfucker, you know, but he's not that anymore. So he needs to change. I think he needs to be more of the technical wrestler. He needs to be William Regal, but the fucking badass world championship version. You know what I mean?
He kind of
Uh,
is, and I think he's a breath of fresh air with all this high flying and flips and shit. I like that he's bringing traditional wrestling back. You know, for me, as an old
I,
school fan growing up in the business, I fucking love that he's
I
doing the
agree.
old
I
school
agree
shit.
with a lot of that. I just don't feel like he's there yet. I don't feel like he deserves all the praise yet. I feel like he's still building that foundation. I don't think he's there yet, but you know, a lot of people give him that. Like even on different podcasts that I listen to, seasoned veterans talk about him in that type of regard. You know what I mean? As if he's the fucking savior to wrestling, and I don't think so. But you know, he's good. I don't think he's better than Randy for sure. Randy's out there fucking still. He could go another 15 years and be one of the top dudes. Like Randy's insane, bro. He's the one of the greatest ever. And when they try to say that same kind of shit about Gunther, I'm like,
Be honest, with his back injury, his back surgery, and all the shit he's been through, I I feel that he's at the point in his career like CM Punk, where what I said in the CM Punk strap match is that these guys are here to put people over, right? They're nearing the end of their career. I mean, it really does nothing for them. It really doesn't to gain titles and stuff like that. I mean,
I
they're
don't think
not going
he
to
should
let
have.
Ric Flair. I don't
I
think
don't
they're
think
going to
he
let
should have
Ric.
submitted him. And if
I
he
don't
was
think
gonna submit him, it shouldn't have been like that. I don't know. It was cool.
they're not
It was
gonna let Ric Flair's fucking his record go yet. I don't think. You know what
yeah,
I mean? With the most
yep.
title reigns. Okay, so again, like I said, at that point, I don't think they're gonna do that till he passes. So I'm just saying, at this point, these guys, it's not gonna do nothing for their career. The John Cena's, the CM Punks, the Ortons, to give them another title run. What it is gonna do, though, putting them in these matches is help push the guy that they're fucking going against, you know, and
Yep.
that's what needs to happen. Like for Gunther, he sold Gunther. Okay, dope.
Yep.
I love that about Orton. You know, it showed his and something that Gunther did that he's never done yet, which we fucking left out. First time Gunther showed respect by shaking Orton's hand at the end of the match. Fucking
Yeah,
sick, dude.
good stuff. It was a good ending to a good show. That's our review of it, our quick review and our results. You and I both picked Gunther. Nate the Great picked Randy. So we all did pretty good. I think we came out about even. I don't think anybody really won one or over the other. But that's been our review for the hot tag this week. Thank you everybody for tuning in. There has been lots of wrestling news since. Grim and I will get back on it, and next week we'll have a little bit more stuff to talk about because there's been some cool stuff in the works. So everybody, peace, love, and much appreciation. This has been the hot tag, and we are tagging out.
Tagging it.